What's up, guys? 370 Gaming here, and welcome to episode 4 of TTW Reborn. I know it's been quite a while since the last TTW, but I do have a lot of other series going on, and when I don't have the right inspiration, the right creativity for it, I don't really want to I don't want to just make episodes just for the sake of making episodes. You know what I mean? Like when the inspiration strikes, that's when I want to do it. That's when the best content is made. The last episode I felt lacked a little bit. I mean, I didn't advance the Veda Scott story at all, and that I really wanted to delve into that, but I was just kind of stuck. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I did have enough that I felt like the episode was worthwhile. You know what I mean? But I didn't have as much as I wanted it to. And so, that's why it's taken so long, and I've just been having a blast doing other series. But yeah, so, I got some ideas, and by the way, let me just point out that in the future, there are going to be some ideas implemented into the series, and you can fully, totally thank Curb Stomp City for that. I was having a conversation with him, and he was just spitting out ideas left and right, and I mean they were all phenomenal. So I'm not taking credit for those. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet because they're surprises. That's the gimmick. But yeah, I mean. It's going to be some great stuff, and you can thank him for that. So if you want to just thank him for getting the series up and running in general, you can definitely send nice messages his way. And check out his Inbox podcast that he's doing now. You can ask him questions and things like that. And yeah, that link will be in the description, so go ahead and do that. The little plug gimmick, that's fine. But yeah, we're going to get into TTW Cold Blood, as you can see. Cold Blood because the whole Adam Cole Kyle O'Reilly deal. We're 11 days away, and it's not like the day of the show because I wasn't sure if I was going to be firing anybody yet. I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. And then I started advancing, and I got bored of just loading halfway through. We're going to go to the beginning of next month because I want to see how the money does. I know we started with a good deal of money because of, thanks to Jimmy Kimmel, but but I wanted to see how it did after a full month, after one show. So we will go to the first of the month, and I will see you there. Okay, so as I feared, we lost $8,000. That's not the greatest. Not happy with that very much. Probably what's Santino's fucking contract? 1,000 a show. Yeah, I think I just hired a bit too many people. We may or may not let go of some people, after Cold Blood. I don't know. Ah, boy, $8,000. If it were a couple thousand, I could just fire a couple people, but I'm not sure what to do about the 8,000. Can I downgrade in some production? Cost 2,500. Hired pro. What's below hired pro? Semi-pro. Could do that. Let's see. It would be 500 a show. That would help. That would help. Okay. Yeah, because, I'm losing on this regardless, so I'm not really, worried about all that. Downgrading. Oh, I forgot about the downgrading fee. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, well, I'll look at that, and we'll go through some options after Cold Blood. But yeah, I think... Yeah, I think as of now, Cold Blood is just going to go on as is, and then we'll worry about this later. Yeah, we'll cut to the show, shall we? Oh, by the way, I got a couple of comments about not doing this series in the short format like the TNA series, but I mean, with doing the storylines and the stuff that I have planned, it's not really a good idea to record all of that because that's going to be, not only is it going to ruin the surprise of any promos or any stories, but it's going to be a million times longer. I mean, that's going to take forever to record and book and do everything if I'm walking you through each single step. You know what I mean? So I do apologize that there's not hour-long uploads anymore, but I mean, I'm getting a lot more content out in other series, so hopefully that makes up for it. Anyways, we're going to go to TTW Cold Blood. Alright, we're here at TTW Cold Blood. Let's get the show on the road. Alright, so we have a opening segment, of course. We have the opening concert of the Standout Tour Day 2 where they performed their hit single, Fixation on Devastation. Really, really great music there, I'm sure, but they do a solid live performance for about 3 to 5 minutes. And they cut a short promo about being the tag team champions. Having the titles on board is always good. Just how great of a band they are, how great of a career they're having, and yeah, they're also having big plans for a big Halloween finale concert to wrap up the Stained Out tour. So I mean, I guess we'll see what happens there. They're not giving us any spoilers or anything, but yeah, there's some stuff is gonna happen. And we got the crowd off to a strong start at the show. Crowd hotter, strong start to the show. Crane's getting better at his gimmick. That's pretty good. So a decent little start there. Not a decent rating, but a decent start in terms of the people involved. We had a quick squash match. I hired Leo Blaze locally for one night. Kin gets a solid squash, gets a 38 D minus, not too bad. And yeah, did pretty well. Leo Blaze, good for you, man. I mean, it was a one night deal, so don't expect too much out of Leo Blaze. So the nobility, if you'll recall on the last show, Jervis beat Dalton Castle in a match. So the nobility, I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot, my mouth is really dry for some reason right now. The nobility are walking backstage, and they confront Jervis Cottonbelly, who's watering a small plant in his locker room. And Creed goes up to him, he goes, "Jervis, or is it Mr. Cottonbelly?" And Jervis replies, "Jervis is fine, thank you very much. How do you do on this fine day?" "Oh, we're great, Jervis. In fact, after you beat my partner at the last show, we got to thinking." And Dalton chimes in, he says, "We thought that you really proved yourself to have some wonderful etiquette, and perhaps you'd like to join us in educating the masses of ignorant scum in the TTW audience." I say that is not a very kind way to talk about anyone, not to mention the loyal TTW fans that pay their hard-earned money to see us grapple. I'm not even going to attempt a Jervis accent. I wouldn't even get anywhere close. But the nobility look at each other and they're frustrated. It's not going to plan. And he goes, "Now I must get going for my match tonight. Lovely talking to you, chaps. Please be kind to those with opposing viewpoints." And he walks off, and the nobility are still very upset. So tension might be brewing there with Jervis and the nobility. They tried to get him to join. He wasn't having any of it. He does have a solid match with Brandon Watts. No nobility interference or anything. They're probably just they were probably a little shocked that he refused, to be honest. But the big dog defeats Brandon Watts in 10 minutes. Brandon Watts was off his game, and Jervis is improving in Rumble. So we cut to Kindred backstage, and he cuts a short promo, and he's just talking about basically how he's gonna, destroy Fetty Wap for doing what he did to him last show. He's gonna rip the entrails out of his body, which is pretty brutal stuff. He walks away. Kevin Kelly's just like, "Oh, Jesus," and he walks. He's angrily walking, like a fast kind of walk. He's angrily walking, looking for Fetty, but he walks a few feet backstage, and the camera cuts behind him, where Fetty Wap was waiting behind a crate. Fetty Wap yells out, "Hey Kindred, you big dumb oaf! You want some? Come get some!" And he runs away. Kindred chases him for a little bit, and after a few seconds, he runs into Akin, and Akin grabs Kindred by the throat, one hand, chokes him straight out, just chokes him with one hand. And Fetty's just kind of sitting there. It was a plan all along. It was a swerve. It was a setup. Truth Martini appears from the distance and proclaims, "Hey Kindred, now I've got 2 real winners in the House of Truth." And now we know that Fetty Wap is now officially a part of the House of Truth. So where it will go from here, only I know, except not really, but that's fine. We go on. Oh, and the best story of the night. Here we go. Veda Scott comes out to the ring with Kafu, and she wants to call Johnny Cockstrong out right now. He comes out, and he's got a really confused look on his face. He doesn't know, about this whole Veda Kafu thing. He doesn't know what's legit. He's got bad feelings with Kafu, and he's still not sure what to make of Veda. And Veda goes, "Johnny, I've been thinking about what happened a while back, and it's just been running around in my mind over and over and over. And, all I have to say is..." And Johnny just cuts him off, and I messed up the typing, because I was trying to fit the characters into the angle creator. And he goes, "No, Veda, you listen to me for once. I've been so confused these past couple of months. I don't know what you want or what your true feelings are or if what you said in our last meeting was even true. But if it is, I want you to know that there are good people left in this world. And I think you, deep down, are one of those good people too. And he looks at her and she kind of looks back and forth. She looks at Kafu, the crowd boos. She looks back at Johnny and they cheer. And finally, she runs into Johnny's arms and gives him a big hug. She gives him a big hug, and everybody's cheering and happy except Kafu. He is none too happy with these proceedings, and when Veda stops hugging him for a minute, Kafu super kicks Johnny right in the fucking face. And Veda is freaking out, crying, and she tries to console Johnny. And, yeah, this was apparently a really solid promo, because everybody's learning to do better promos, so that's great. And, yeah, for now, it looks like Veda is maybe having a little thing with Johnny. Who knows? But I think she's starting to learn that maybe everybody isn't such an asshole like she thinks. But yeah, we have a solid match built up from the last show, where Juice Robinson and Los Ice Creams fight Mudstain. And Mudstain did defeat them in roughly 14 minutes after Marcus Crane, or just Crane, I'm sorry, defeated Ice Cream Jr. He used underhanded tactics. I want to say he probably grabbed the rope in a schoolboy. That's probably what I'll say. And Juice carried the match in terms of in-ring, which is basically what I expected. A lot of improvements being shown. That's pretty good. And yeah. So yeah, that whole thing continues. Mudstain, they're on a roll, man. You can't stop them. And now we cut to a Kenny King promo. Hot off of losing the world title match to Adam Cole. We see him sitting in a hot tub, and we don't know where this hot tub is. It could be anywhere. It's just a random hot tub. He's in a hot tub. He has random beautiful women feeding him grapes. Okay, that's just what he does. He's Kenny King, and he looks at the camera. He goes, people have been asking me since the last show. They go, Kenny, what happened, man? Why didn't you beat Adam Cole? You said you could do it, man. What the hell happened? I tell him, listen, every night in Vegas is a crapshoot. Okay? You win it big sometimes the house wins. Well, guess what? The house won that night. I know I'm the better man than Adam Cole. I'm better than him. And I know that I can beat him. Will I have to work my way back up for a title shot? I mean, I don't know, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And that's be the king of Vegas. I work hard, I play hard, and the whole world will learn that when I become TTW World Champ. And so he's not fazed by this loss at all. He is good to go. He's just going to keep doing what Kenny King does. And we get a decent match for once of Adam Cole defeating Kyle O'Reilly in 20 minutes with the Panama Sunrise, and Adam Cole defends his title for the 4th time. So Kyle O'Reilly gets a solid 46, Adam Cole with a great 45. He's improving. Phenomenal. Great stuff there. And yeah, pretty good match to end out. We do have a post-show. Yeah, they just basically, after the event is technically over, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly just beat the shit out of each other. Like, the bad blood is there forever, Who knows what's going to happen. But, yeah, so 37 D-. That's not bad. That's better than I thought. I don't remember. I thought we were still getting E's. So I think having a D is pretty good, to be honest. We'll give Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, and let's give it to. I kind of want to give it to just Adam Cole and then like Johnny Cockstrong and Kafu, because they really improved. Yeah, let's do that, because they really improved their shit. And let's see, complimented on a good performance. How about that? Everybody seemed pleased, so that's pretty good. So yeah, that was the TTW Cold Blood show, and we're not responding, so I'll just go ahead and cut to the next point. Alright, so there you can see the spiffy little logo I whipped up for TTW Cold Blood. We drew 318 fans, and the feedback has been mostly positive, saying the company has won many friends. That's good news. Kyle O'Reilly is done for the time being, unless I whip up another deal. And we finished 9 out of 10 in the Southwest, so not dead last. That's basically all you can ask for. We're Yeah, that's a thing. So, okay, we're gonna have to work on reducing the cost of the shows because we can't lose $8,000 every time. If we can get it down to maybe like a $2,000 loss next month, we can start to break even by September, hopefully. Uh, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we haven't even gotten into half the plans I have yet, so you guys will have a lot more TTW content in the future. I do thank you guys for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at 370 Gaming to find out when the next episode's going to come up, because I always mention it before I upload anything. Any video I ever upload is always mentioned first on Twitter. And you can follow me, twitch.tv/370gaming, because, I do live streams every once in a while. Not too often, but, once in a while. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. I will catch you later.